All right, so now we're recording. Let's try again. Okay, so as I was saying, we're going to cover setting up your profile ready for business. It needs to look good. It needs to look attractive. It needs to, when someone comes across it, you know, they're flicking through Facebook, someone comes across their profile, it needs to stand out. It needs to entice someone to stop by and want to engage and interact with you, especially if they receive a random private message from you, or you may comment on a thread, which is going to be, you know, some of the strategies that I'm going to teach you tonight. If you comment on one of their threads or they get a PM from you, there, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to check out your Facebook profile. They're going to check out your wall, see what they can find out about you, and whether they want to continue having a conversation and get to know you a little better. So setting out your profile is very, very important. We're going to go through 6 different ways to find leads and where you can find them. Attracting qualified leads and building your audience. Okay, so it is very, very simple to attract leads and to find leads on Facebook when you know where they are and you're shown how. When I was first shown these strategies, I was like, I can't believe that it's actually that easy. The hard part is, which I wouldn't say hard, but the most difficult part is being consistent and putting these things into place every day so you can build up your lead flow, so you can build up your audience and start building your business from there. That's the difficult part, staying consistent. So let's jump over to your profile. What we're going to go through is we're going to go through your profile pic, what makes a good profile pic, your cover photo, what makes a good cover photo, the information that you have in your profile on the left-hand side about yourself, so about info, featured photos. Not sure if you've realized, but everyone's profile, when you click on, there's 5 little photos on the left-hand side that you can have. You can pick and choose what you want to have there on your photo, on your featured photos. And profile security. This is one that I'll run through in detail more, but this is good so you don't have people spamming links to your page. You don't have people just posting negative, bad stuff on your page. It doesn't look good when that happens. And you don't always catch it. You know, you might not be able to get on Facebook for a couple of days. By the time you get back, it could be a big spam fest. It could be people just pasting links and putting all sorts of stuff. So you want to be able to have that level of security there to ensure that you are actually, you have to accept and you have to, for someone to be able to post on your wall. So finding leads, we're going to go through the follow method. We're going to go through the friend request method, the PM method, so private message, commenting on threads, PMing people from threads, and posting value in groups. So these are all quite simple strategies, pretty straightforward. The biggest thing is where to go. Where do you find them to be able to carry these strategies out? And we're going to go through all of this tonight. So thirdly, attracting leads and building your audience. So how do you go about attracting leads to you and building your audience? So you need to be posting regular content on your profile. You need to post value to groups and pages. Again, we're going to go through that. That last one sort of ties in with one of the 6 ways of finding leads on Facebook. So I'm going to stop sharing for now and I'm going to jump over to my Facebook. So that's all for the PowerPoint tonight. The rest of it's going to be interactive, all from my Facebook, and I'll show you exactly what I do on a day-to-day basis. So 2 seconds. All right, so can you all see my Facebook profile? All right, cool. So first up is your profile pic. Your profile pic has to be a nice, clear picture of you. It can be a picture of your family. It can't be just a picture of, say, your car, your favorite car, or your dog, or just a picture of your kids or something like that. There has to be a picture of yourself, a nice, clear picture of yourself smiling. As I said, whether it's just you by yourself or it's you with your family, that's fine, but you have to be able to clearly see who you are in the photo. So this industry, in case you haven't realized by now, is all about building relationships. It's about providing value to people, showing leadership and building relationships. How can you build a relationship, or how can someone get to know you or build a relationship with you if there's a picture of, say, a dog? So it's not possible. You have to have a nice clear pic. Make sure you're smiling, not wearing sunglasses, looking straight at the camera. You know, if you have most smartphone cameras these days take awesome pictures. If not, find one of your friends that's got a really good camera and just take a couple of pics. Maybe go for a walk to the park. Maybe go just somewhere nice, scenic background. Take a nice, clear picture of yourself. Okay, highly important. A lot of people you see, especially when you go to these marketing pages and the spam groups here on Facebook, you see all sorts of ridiculous things. You see people throwing wads of cash on the bed and all that sort of thing, and they think that it entices people. But from what I've learnt even the last 2 years doing these Facebook strategies and finally mastering it over the last couple of months, all the pros, all the gurus, all the people that are making money with Facebook and free strategies all say the same thing about your profile pic. So make sure it's a clear picture that has you in it, you're smiling, no sunglasses, and it's a nice, friendly, welcoming face. Okay, so moving over to your cover photo. This one here I had, it doesn't have to be as extreme as this. I had this one made up on Fiverr.com, so that's www.fiverr.com. And I think this cost $10. So you can get a lot of different things made up on Fiverr.com for $5, fairly cheap. So as I say, you don't have to be extreme with this. Just have a picture that basically has a little bit of a look and a little bit of an in-depth look into your life, what you're about, what you do, and things like that. Again, going back to pictures of Lambos that aren't yours and wads of cash that you've just drawn out the ATM and spreading it all over your bed to make it look like it's raining money and you're earning heaps of money online. It's tacky, it doesn't work, and nobody falls for that crap. So just have a nice picture of yourself. Could be a picture of, if you're into the beach, a picture of you down by the beach, just doing something you love, a picture of you of your family, just making a nice clear picture so when someone looks at it, they can go, oh, wow, that's what they're about. Get a little bit of an idea of what you're about. So that's your cover photo. Moving over now to your about info. So that is this area where it says intro and all this here on the left-hand side. You want to go through that and make sure that's all filled out. So basically people can take a look at it and get to know a little bit more about you. When I get a private message through from someone random, the first thing I do is check out their profile. So you've got something to talk about, you've got something relatable. Then the best thing to start talking about straight away is where they're from. So if you come across a profile that's not filled out, it's quite frustrating because straight away you don't have anything to talk about. The conversation can take a while to get rolling. So I suggest that you get that filled out. You can have a nice little, you can put a nice little quote in there or something like that, but just make sure it's all clear, all filled out. Moving over to the featured photos, as I mentioned before, there's 5 photos here on the left-hand side that you can have. And again, similar to the profile pic, I recommend having photos that, let people into your life a little bit, photos that show who you are, what you like to do for fun. If you've got some results online, you can do that. I don't suggest having all of them income results because it starts to look a little bit spammy and tacky. But yeah, so as you can see, I've got a photo there when I went skydiving. I've got a self-branded quote picture of my wife and I when we were in Thailand, and a family photo. I think that's the same as my profile pic actually. And another one that I made up on Canva just with some income results. So mix those up a bit. And again, stay away from flashy pictures. You want to, when someone comes across your profile, you want them to be able to look at it and get a sense and get a bit of a taste of who you are and what you're about. So if it's all fakeness, when I click on a profile to have a look and it's just all fake, hypey crap, then I click off it straight away. So you want to be focused on building relationships with real people. So you want people to be able to see who you are and that you're a real person too. So profile security, as I said before, so you go to edit profile. I think I could get stuck here, guys. I could get caught out here. I'm trying to explain this to you and I'm not sure. I can't really remember. But you want to go through, and it's in the privacy settings somewhere. So just have a look through and find your privacy settings. And I highly suggest that you're having to approve every post that gets put to your page. So it stops people from tagging you in posts that have nothing to do with you. It stops people from spamming links to your page. It basically lets you control what's posted and what's visible to your audience on Facebook. I didn't do it for ages, and I just got sick of being tagged. I sort of got sick of being spammed and all sorts. It might even be something silly that your family tags you in. You don't want, you know, your online audience to see. So it's a good little barricade to have there for have the settings set to you having to approve things first before they're shown on your profile. Okay, so thumbs up if that all makes sense, and if you got some value out of that. Alrighty, awesome. Good to see you here, Brad. Righty, so let's move in to the part that I bet that most of you are all here, and that's basically all these different methods of finding leads and generating leads on Facebook for free. So if you remember from my my presentation slide back there, the first one was, and if you see me looking to the side, I've got all this written down because I don't want to forget what I told you guys I was going to go through. So the first one is the follow method. So I'll just show you what that is, and where you want to be going to find leads is page. You need to think about who your target audience is. So if someone's in the home-based business industry, you can guarantee that they're into self-development, into personal development and things like that. So as a general umbrella for finding leads and building a home-based business, I'm just going to be focusing on personal development and self-development, because leadership and personal development is basically what this industry is all about. So you think of some of the big names in the network marketing home business industry. You think of some of the big self-development and personal development gurus. So let's go with a massive name in the home business industry, Ray Higdon. Okay, so if you haven't heard of Ray Higdon, I suggest you jump on his page and check out some of the content he's got. Like his page, he's always got regular live videos being put out. So we're going to use, for this instance, we're going to use Ray as an example of how to do the follow method. So what you've got to think is all these people here, let me just go back up for 2 seconds. All right, so this page has 235,306 people that have liked it. So this guy's a guru in the industry. So do you think that everyone that's liked this page could possibly be someone that you might want to connect to, someone that you might want to start a conversation with? Because the shocking statistics of this industry, I think it's something like 97% of the industry is failing. And it all comes down to basically people not being shown the right way. So all these people that are following Ray, because he's the guru, because he gives out so much free marketing and free content, these people are perfect to connect with. You know, out of those 235,000, so it's safe to say 97% of them aren't being successful yet at their business. They could need some help. They may be interested in something else. It's just about building relationships, finding out where people are at now and where they want to go, what they're struggling with. If you can help, provide them some value. This isn't about these methods here I'm showing you about finding leads. It isn't about connecting with these people and just start spamming your links. You know, you should never show someone a link of yours, unless they ask, and definitely not in the first time that you talk to them, unless you can get it to that point and find out what they're about and what they're after, and your product or service or business opportunity provides a solution to that pain point. So let's just go down. So here's where the gold is here. So as I said, over 230,000 people have liked it. So you just look at this last video, Ray Higdon's last live video. 273 people have liked this. So what happens there is when you click that, it brings up a list of all the people that have liked it. As you can see, I'm friends with a lot of those people. Just keep scrolling down. So the follow method, what this is good because this is a 100% zero rejection method. Some of the other methods I show you, you may get a little bit of pushback of them, but they still work. So, but this one is 100% zero rejection. And why that is I will explain to you in a second. So what you do is you just hover over the person's name. You see this follow button down here. Just click the follow button. And you might want to spend half an hour a day, an hour a day, whatever amount of time that you've got, you can dedicate to doing this. just go through these lists of people and start following them. What's going to happen is they're going to get a notification in their inbox to say that you followed them. Again, they're going to take a look at your profile. As I explained to you before, this is the importance of having a nice, engaging profile set up. And then if they like what they see, they're going to follow you back. And at that point, when they follow you back, you can either add them as a friend or definitely send them a private message and reach out to them. And again, this isn't reaching out to spam. It's just a general start building relationships, start having a chat. Hey, how's your day going? And as it goes on, as you're providing content, you may start chatting to them again down the line. But your ultimate goal is to find out where they are now and where they want to go. Okay, so and then position your opportunity, your product as the solution. So that's the follow method, just going through and just hitting this follow button to all these people here. And you can guarantee if you're doing this for about 20 minutes, after a couple of minutes, you'll start getting some people following you back. You may even start getting some incoming friend requests and people friend requesting you back. So I'll just show you what happens. This is something that I do every day. It may only be for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I make sure I do that every day on all sorts of different pages. So I'll just show you how that brings in incoming friend requests. So these are all incoming friend requests from purely just from that method that I haven't got around to yet. So they're all people that are in the home-based industry, the home-based industry, online marketing, network marketing. They've all got a home-based business. So they're all people you want to connect with and talk to. So that's the follow method. Friend request method, pretty straightforward. Same thing again, this is really where the gold is. So you want to find pages that are to do with your target audience, the network marketing industry. Let's just use, Brad. I know Brad's in the health and fitness niche. So Brad, if you were to go to gurus pages, maybe like personal trainers or maybe some online fitness guru, and you were to find their page, you'd find posts that they're doing like this, and basically click that and start going for that list, and you'd want to be connecting with those people because there's a possibility that they may have a need for what you're offering. And it's all about just going ahead and building relationships. So this really is where the gold is here, where this list here of people that have liked, commented, and all that sort of thing. So again, the friend request method is just basically the same. You click that. If you don't want to follow, you can go ahead and just click friend request, friend request, friend request, send friend request. Be aware that if you continually do that, Facebook may pick you up and flag you for it. There is a chance that you could get your Facebook page shut down and end up in Facebook jail. If you're doing that and you get any sort of warning pop up, abide by that warning and don't carry on. Give it a few hours before you come back and start doing this again, because if you carry on doing it, you're going to end up in Facebook jail. It happened to me a while ago, probably over a year ago now, and for 30 days, I couldn't access my Facebook and it sucked. So I don't want that happening to you. So that's the friend request method. And also you've got all of these people here that are commenting. It's hard to see when it's a live video, but if you've got just a text piece of content or a normal posted video where heaps of people have commented, just try and show on. I've got a lot of comments there. When you go to pages like Tony Robbins and people like that, even Eric Worre, the network marketing guru, where you click here to view 7 comments, sometimes there'll be up to there could be 100, 200 comments. So the good thing about that, if you come in after there's a couple hundred comments on there, if you put a comment right at the very bottom, something that's good, something that's to do with the post that's there and something that's not silly, something that's well thought out. If you can write a comment there, then what's going to happen is all those people that have already commented, those 100, 200 people, they'll all get a notification in their inbox to say that you've commented, and they may take a look. I'm not saying that all of them are going to go and take a look, but there's a very good chance that, even if it's 20% take a look, you've got 20 odd people, 20 or 40 people looking at what you've just posted or commented. And if they like it, they're going to check out your page, you get friend requests, and they're just new leads coming in. These are just different strategies that you need to mix up and be doing day in and day out that are going to attract people to your page and give you people to talk to. The PM method, commenting on threads, as I just said. PMing from threads is the same thing. If you scout through these comment threads here And if you see something that you like, you know, someone that's not being negative, something that's posting something of value, they've got something good to say, you might want to reach out to that person. So say if I wanted to reach out to Jackie, just hover over the name. Oh no, she's not messageable. See like this person there, then you just click message, send them a message, say, hey Angie, how you doing? How's your day going so far? There's no spam in it. There's no trying to be salesy. It's just starting a conversation and getting that ball rolling of creating a relationship with someone. Posting value in groups. Okay, so I'll just show you that one. Pretty sure everyone's aware of all the spam groups here on Facebook. A lot of people say they're crap and they don't work, and I used to think that. But if you find, so you want to type in network marketing and then go to pages up the top here. These aren't really, oh, hang on, pages. Sorry, I should be in groups. Sorry, guys, I made a mistake there. Okay, so here, this one, you've got 22,000 people, 11,000 people, 21,000 people, 13,000 people. So I'll tell you now that the majority of these posts are all going to be spam. As soon as I click on it, they're all going to be just crappy spam. And no one really takes any notice of it because there's that many people and there's that many people spamming. There is no value given. No one likes spam. So what I suggest you do with these groups is to post something of value. If you're doing live videos or you're shooting videos or you've got a good piece of content explaining how you're generating leads or basically anything of value, and then share it and post it in one of these groups, that stuff is going to pop out a lot more than something like this, where a big picture straight away you know it's spam. It's gonna stand out. People are going to like that a lot more. And sharing value, you can't go wrong with sharing value anywhere, whether it's on your Facebook wall or within these groups like this. Another thing you can do to find leads from these groups is once you go into the group, on the right hand side here, it's going to show you how many members. 95,796 members in this group. That part there is clickable. So if you click that, it's going to bring up all of the members in this group. So generally, when you just click on that, it's the ones at the top are the people that you're already friends with. And generally how it works, as it works your way down, once it's the people that you aren't friends with, it'll work the ones that you've got the most people in common with. Now, a lot of this crap here is spam. But if you do it for a while, you get to know sort of by the pictures who are the serious ones and who are not. So Keith looks like he has a fairly decent photo there. So what I do is I'll just right click, open link in new tab. Let's say Jacob as well, open link in new tab. And what I'll do, and this is like, so just have a look at his profile. Maybe if there's something that you can relate with, something you can talk about. If not, just send him a quick message. This is what I do day in day out to generate leads. Always make sure you spell the name right as well, because some people get kind of pissed off if you don't spell the name properly. It's just a simple message. Hey, how you doing, mate? I saw you on the network marketing group. I wanted to reach out. Say hi. How has your day been so far? Okay, and then what I would do is copy and paste that message. A lot of people say copy and pasting is bad, but I'll tell you a funny story. One of the guys that's on my personal team for the opportunity, that my main opportunity at the moment, is I did this method. And when he messaged me back, he called me out. He said, oh, nice copy and paste message there, mate. And I was like, it's caught me out. So I was like, all right, whatever. I just rode with it. I said, yeah, it was a copy and paste message. We had a bit of a laugh about it, and then having a laugh about it just made that connection straight away. Then we started chatting, having a bit of a chat. He followed my content for a while. I followed his content for a while. It wasn't until maybe 1 or 2 months down the track that he ended up joining me in my business. So, people will say, the old copy and paste doesn't work. I'm here to tell you right now that it definitely does work. So that's what I do here, is do that, copy and paste that message, move on to the next person. If you can go through the list of people in these marketing groups and, click up about 20 people to 25 people and just do that all in a row, copy and paste, just send them a message. Make sure you're spelling the name right. Every now and then you may want to mix the message up halfway through. But then if you do this consistently every day, out of all those people, you may only get, say, out of 20 people, you may get 5 to 10 maybe that might message you back. But the thing is, if you do this consistently day in, day out, then it's going to start to snowball. The people will start messaging you back, and eventually you will have, say 30 to 40 people to talk to every day. And you need to be talking to 30 to 40 people each day to really start getting the numbers up and the conversions going, because this is just a massive numbers game. You're not going to be able to get everyone to join your business. And it's just, again, about creating relationships and building your audience here on Facebook. So that was the 6 ways that I use to generate leads. Again, so you want to use the marketing groups, the marketing pages of the gurus, and just scout through their comments, scout through the list of the people that have liked their stuff, and connect with those people. Again, it's not about spamming them. It's just about reaching out, saying hi, and starting to build a relationship. So does that help? Has anyone got some value from that? There is no magic to it. There is no magic with people where we're finding leads. It's just about connecting with people that are into the same thing as you and building relationships. So thumbs up if you got a bit of value from that. All right, awesome. Okay, so after that, we went to the next subject was attracting leads and building your audience. And we sort of covered most of that already, but you want to be attracting people to your page. You want to be posting regular content on your page. So anywhere between 2 to 3 times a day, if you can do, per day, not today, 2 to 3 times per day. If you can throw in a video there as well, that's great, because it's gonna allow people to connect with you a lot easier. I did a little poll the other day on Facebook. I said to people, do you find you can connect with people quicker through written content or video content? And most people said that it was through video. So the people speak. So it's like, all right, it's time to start doing videos again. It's all about being consistent with your content. Creating that's going to be a topic for another session, all about creating content, what sort of content to put out, where to find content ideas. So if you can stay consistent with that, what's going to happen is obviously people are going to be liking, people are going to be sharing your content, and once they do that, your name starts to get out there, your stuff starts to get shared to other pages, and that will start to attract people and also bring in brand new friend requests every single day. So another one is posting value to groups and pages. So as I covered that before, using those marketing spam groups, post valuable content in there. Shoot a video and share it there. Post a video in there. You might have something you're using as a lead magnet and post that in there. Just don't go spamming links. It doesn't work. It's a crap way of marketing. I found out the hard way. I tried it for months and found out it doesn't work. But hopefully here now is for you guys. I'm sharing this with you so you don't have to go through that steep learning curve. So I hope that was some help. That just about wraps it up. I think it's only just over half an hour. I didn't think I was going to get through it that quick, but I'm happy to do a bit of a Q&A if anybody's got any questions there. I'll just go through and I'll unmute you guys. Yeah, go for it. If you've got any questions on that or anything that you've got, fire away.
No, I'm good. Thanks, Richie.
All good?
Yep.
Hey, Richie, just quickly.
Yeah, mate.
Sharing content from Instagram to Facebook, or just stick to Facebook, or have 2 different posts per day put on for each platform?
So when you, so you're saying you want to use the picture that you're putting on Instagram and chuck that on Facebook too?
Correct. Or the video.
Yeah. Okay. So I wouldn't do the whole share from and get the Instagram link and post that on Facebook. I would just do it as a separate
Separate post.
Yeah, definitely do it separate. Like I know I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of people try to share YouTube content as well, and all you get is this ugly link at the bottom and this little box that pops up. Yeah, I would definitely do it as two separate posts, mate. Don't grab a share link from Insta and try and do it over to Facebook or vice versa. I'd do it as two separate pieces.
Sweet.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, certainly. Cheers.
Cool, mate. No worries. Anybody else? Ernest, do you have anything? Donna?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Alison, have you got anything? No, all good by the sounds of it. Alrighty, guys. Well, that just about wraps it up. I hope you got some value. I know it was short and sweet, but I hope you got some value. I will put that recording soon. I'll upload it to the group. It will be in the file section of the group if you need to go back over it. I will work on what the next week's topic's going to be. I'm thinking content creation is a pretty important one. So I'll roll with content creation, and we'll try and help you out with that. I struggled with that for a long, long time. Sometimes I still scratch my head and wonder what I'm doing with today's content. But yeah, we'll knuckle that out next week. I hope you all got some value.
Absolutely.
And just the most important thing with these strategies that I taught you is just staying consistent every single day. Just staying consistent. I'm not saying you have to do all of those 6 ways every single day. Just pick one or two. Maybe mix it up, but you just stay consistent with it and you will start to build your audience and your friends list on Facebook, and also, more importantly, building those relationships. All right, guys. Well, have a good day, night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on Facebook and speak to you shortly. Thanks for showing up, guys. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Richie.
Thanks, Richie.
No
Bye.
problem. Bye for now.
Cheers, mate.